Hello, everybody. Oh, there's a messenger message. There's a little notification that we're live. Hello?
I'm going to find you in a second, my love.
Hello, Di. Hello, Mary. Hello, Chloe. Hello, Sandy.
Crackers.
Yeah.
Last tonight is a beat me. Come on, computer. You can do it.
I'm just going to pop video into Creative Family Group. So everyone that's in the Creative Family Group socialising is going to see it. Socialising. Hello, Helen and Diane. The other Diane. Got two of you so far. And hello, Tanya.
I'm trying to get mine to load up here. I can see you, but I can't put you onto my screen.
Rightio. Here we are. It's got the donut life, but it is there. Let's see if it works tonight.
Everyone's comments. Evening, everyone.
Rightio.
Put it in here.
And no one's on YouTube yet. Hello, Robin. Yes, there will be a kit for tonight, Tanya. Hello, Leslie. Yeah, I've got two cardigans on. This one's got a lot of gesso on it. Nice and cool. I wouldn't say nice. I'm not gonna say nice. Rightio. So tonight we're doing a rare thing. We're recreating. We're doing a what do I call it?
Reconstructing, redo.
Well, what did I
do-over?
Do-over. It's a do-over.
Do-over.
I can't remember what I called it. But we're redoing the layout. I don't do that. Hello, Tash. Hello, Marie. Hello, Lorraine. Hello, Debbie. We had a good day. Hello, Laura. Hello, Tammy. Laura's over on the tube. So this is the layout I did back in 2020. Look, this is, these are my cousins. And so the whole concept was I was using a English boutique 6x6 paper pad, and I was going to make a patchwork page, double page, and they're very busy for me. There's lots and lots and lots and lots of busy pattern on here. So yeah, I wasn't happy, and I've stuck my title on dodgy, and I love this concept. I love the concept of the patchwork border top and bottom and the width and then the photos through it. I was going to get my photos reprinted this week, but I didn't get it done.
We could have even moved even at Harvey's today.
I was at Harvey's today, and I'm just going to say, yeah, a little bit of a budgetary hiccup. Let's say that. So, ring you tomorrow after lunch. Yeah, well, Jace, we can ring you anytime. We can ring you, mate. I really hope they're okay. I worked out who the phone number was. I have to save you on my phone now. I'm really... Jason's mum and dad aren't well. Can everyone keep them in their prayers? Really, yeah. And anyone else. I have a cousin, one of my cousin's wives, not these cousins. Her parents are really, they're in their 80s and they're really unwell at the moment as well. They've got they've got really sick. So, yeah, our parents are really, we've got to really look after our parents. So, like most of my... when I'm using art stuff. Yep. You remember my jeans, Chloe? Chloe, do you remember my art jeans? When I used to teach kids art classes. I don't know if Chloe saw those. Just have kids painting handprints all over them. Rejuvenating. Yeah, it is a bit rejuvenating, Helen. Hello, Jason.
Nice photos.
Hello, other Debbie. Hello, Trish. Oh, you're in Melbourne.
Oh,
Cool.
that's meant to say anytime, Jason, not ant time. Sorry, mate.
Hello, Marlene. Foggy and cold. Just not before 9 o'clock. Gonna sleep in the morning. Keep them all in my prayers. Yeah, I know, Marie. Just really, yeah. Ant time, mate. Wow.
That was meant to be any time, mate, for Jason. Yeah.
So we're gonna redo this layout, right? With Cottage Garden. Let's go over what we did this week. Had a huge week this week.
Oh my god.
So let's start with. So for class this week, we made a gift card holder. This is in the Creative Family group. And if you've missed it, we made this double. It's got a little bit, the veggies fell on it in the boot of the car this Arby on the way home. We made this double as well on Wednesday night. Let's get rid of those two. Then on Friday morning in our weekly roundup, I did a Tim Holtz Uncharted Mariner demo. So the dark bits are flicking the spray, and I also did recoloring brads or split pins. We talked about Monday Night Coming, which is our embellishment extravaganza. So we're going to have a heap of our embellies that are never going to be able to get online.
Gonna do that too.
Have them up. And then last night we made Stamperia Pink Christmas cards. So we've got a card, we've got a place card, we've got a gift card, and we've got a tag. And here in the tag is a little booklety thing. So there we go. That was last night. It was pretty full on.
Trish loves the Art by Marlene new range. I don't have to have a look which one that is.
That's the stuff we were watching the videos of this week, and then we ordered. We have ordered it.
There's lots of new stuff.
There's lots of new stuff.
They make great stuff.
They make great products, Studio Light. So, Cottage Garden. Let's have a look at it. So this is paper 1. Perfect, really, for a patchwork page. So paper 1, paper 2. So I always have some realistic prints. So you've got some nice real things to put in your projects. Paper 3. These are great on cards. She does. Not everyone uses her. Sorry. She'll scare people. She or he, actually.
Sorry.
Paper 4. Now, okay, so that's 2 brick prints, but you know I had to have them. And the doors, more realistic stuff. So they're mid-oars. Paper 5, which we're going to use some of the fussy cuts from. And paper 6. I love this colour. It's interesting, this outer colour. Oh, and there's another person that we can't say what's missing because we will get pinged like poor Pam did the other day. Yeah, don't type it, what's missing, because you will get pinged. Just so you know. Rightio. So, I grabbed a couple of things. Well, let's put my pages here in front of me. Somehow. So, I grabbed some. I have used, and if you buy the kit for this, there will be a sample of vellum. So, it's like a half version of this. So, I've used this. I'm going to use a sampler version of this. So, it's an A5 version of this. Oh, so our little budgetary explosion today was, so we've been having some issues this week with one of our printers. It's a very expensive one. It's not the Color Cuts printer.
It's not the big deal.
It's the one that does the vellum and the rice paper. And we're upset because we think we should have got more out of it, but apparently we got more out of it than we were meant to. But in the last 6 weeks, we've probably spent enough to have bought a new one. And then today, after spending $250 in it in the previous 2 days. We realised today that, yes, on our own advice, it needs to go. About all it's good for is a boat anchor. So we've had to go out, and we were really lucky enough that there was one in the area, a brand new one. So
Still feel untouched, but anyway.
Yep. Quentin did haggle $11 off. And we felt really privileged to get $11 discount, but I'm just gonna say $11 wasn't even a drop in the ocean with the printer. But it's okay. It was an unexpected.
Well, next time we go past McDonald's, you'll be able to get a vanilla thick shake.
Oh, so I've got $11 up my sleeve. No, I don't. So yeah, because it's actually put a hamper on our production a lot. Yeah. And we've actually we were wasting 10 products to every one that was saleable. Yeah. Not happy. I've been very unhappy for days.
Looking for a boat anchor? We have
we actually have 2 because we have a spare one of the other one. Yeah, because we had a spare one. We even used all of our spare parts, and we bought parts. We've gone above and beyond, and it's crap. So we'll be back to production hopefully tomorrow afternoon. We weren't working tomorrow, but we are now.
Did you want to call this anything but Cottage Garden?
It's a patchwork page. Double patchwork page.
Okay.
So I've got some vellums here. I've got the picture cut windows. Got one there. I've got a family word. Now this is not available as a product yet, but I snitched that. Maybe put it in. The craft words. I've got some of those. I grabbed some pearls maybe. I've got a remember word. I've got a few flares from Cottage Garden. It's nice to have some choices. I've got the Cottage Garden colour cuts, which are all just shoved in there. They're not meant to be shoved in like that. I need to repackage those. And I've got an open cousins and a script cousins. So, and you will still see this older packaging of ours because people bring back packaging. We can't always use the packets. We do try and use the packets where we can. But when people bring, and sometimes you'll see there's a couple of price tags and that's crossed out, and then another one over the top and crossed out, another one over the top and crossed out, or it might just be crossed out. It's because we do recycle. We do sit it aside for a little bit before we reuse it. We can't use it straight away. But yeah, we recycle packaging as much as we possibly can because we have to save this planet. So let's go back to the comments. I can't remember the jeans, but I have that habit. Everything gets wiped on me here. Art by Marlene. Hello, Dee. Yes, I think everyone likes new art by Marlene. Awesome, Helen. You'll have to rewatch it maybe when you get time.
That'd be great.
Who was that? Dee likes the new art by Marlene. Paper 2 is nice. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Chloe. I like the paper 2. The doors are awesome, yes. Still waiting to see the... Yep. Watch out, Tanya, because that word in there, that H word, might get you pinged, but hopefully not. Pam did for it. Hello, Beryl. Yes, Dee, I love Cottage Garden too. Oh, yeah, so sorry. We didn't realise that word was a bad word. Happy Saturday night to everyone. Hello, Robin. Yes, happy Saturday night. It's been raining here for 24 hours with a couple of small breaks. No, yeah. Rain and internet don't go well.
You are so far up the list here, you got to skip a few.
Yeah, no, it's never a great time, Dee, for big expenses, but we've got to do it. We've got to keep going, keep moving forward. Packaging to bring to Morayfield. Awesome, Dee. Can't wait. We love getting packaging back. Can keep all my packaging if that helps. Stuck the little things in all together. I don't mind. We try to do that, Tanya, but sometimes we're a little time poor. We're a little time poor to repackage when orders. But if we have to make you something custom, yes, it's not packaged. Not order. I'd rather than not in the packaging, saves landfill and your cost too. Thank you, Lorraine. Maybe we might see you in Melbourne sometime, Lorraine. Hello, Chrissy. Hello, Lee. I know, Lorraine. Hopefully you don't get pinged for that one. I know. It was that H word. Poor Pam. She was distraught. It's when we were talking about something the other day. Oh, and I got some lace.
I was going to do something before I didn't do it. Sorry. This is the YouTube link, peeps. If book starts playing up.
Oh, you shouldn't. Okay. And hello, Sandra. How are you? So I think I'm going to use the white background, right? I'm going to use Alpine white. It's got a bit of body. And then I've still got micropads hanging around on my desk.
So you need 2 sheets of Alpine white.
Well, we're going to use more than 2.
Right.
So we're going to approach this differently. So I've stuck these naff looking strips on here because this didn't all meet up. I used a ruler, I think, but yeah, no, it didn't go well. And then in here, yeah, I stuck the page together. You can see that. But yeah, no. So what I'm going to do this time is it's a 1-inch piece, and this is 3, 6, 7, 8. So let's do a 9-inch piece of, or we need an 8-inch piece. So we're going to make our border piece as one, we're going to make it as one whole unit. Do you know what I mean? Like we're going to make one piece, cut it up, and then we'll use that on our page. So what we're going to do is let's make a 9-inch piece so we've got a little tiny bit of leeway in case I'm crooked. So let's get a piece of white. This is how we're going to get nice even borders. So we've got a piece of Alpine white and we're going to cut it. We're not cutting it yet. Okay, because cardstock is sometimes rectangular, let's backtrack just a touch. Because sometimes cardstock can be a little rectangular, what we're going to do is we're going to get our cardstock and we're going to prep our page by sticking our 2 pieces together to make our background. Then what we're going to do is find a piece that's the same width here, and that's what we're going to use as our base for our patchwork piece. And yeah, normally I cut the middle out of things, but and this time we're going to build something on something, but the whole purpose is that we will be making it a bit more perfect.
Perfecto. Kelly's just joined us on the tube.
Right, there we go. So we've stuck that together, and let's get another piece of white. And then let's make sure it's the same size as that across here. Yep, that's the right way. So this is the piece that's going to be across. So it's going to be 12 inches. And yeah, this is pedantic, but at the end, it's going to mean less hackety hack. So this is my 12-inch piece. So we're going to turn it and cut it at 9.
You're cutting a 9 by 12.
9 by 12. And what we're going to do is build our patchwork strippiness thing on this piece. So before we start, let's find a pencil. My pencil case out because I still haven't salvaged my pencil from my watercolor art box. And we're going to find the halfway point. So we're going to line this ruler up and then find the halfway point on each side. Don't just find it on one side and then go like this, because that's not halfway. That's just...
That's the Quentin way of doing it.
That's the Quentin way of doing it, yes. What I do is I center the ruler. Otherwise, if I just come from the end, from the 0 point across, without actually centering it, it's not the same either. It's on an angle. If it's not exactly the same, if it's not exactly like 12 inches.
I should put up a link for people for Cottage Garden.
So there we go. That's our halfway point. Okay. So what are we going to stick on here? I definitely want to use this. This is from around my fussy cuts. So my fussy cuts came from this, from paper 5. And the other side is a bit of blue. So we've got some green and some blue. Let's have a look at the other papers. And then I think we definitely need some of this green and some of this green, mustard. And then let's definitely do some paper 1, both sides of paper 1. Do we want bricks? Do we want that?
Okay, so I'm not going to type anything into the kit for you until you use it, and then we'll be all good.
So we've got 3 pieces of Alpine white and a piece of paper 5.
3 pieces of Alpine white, 1 piece of paper.
So these two are a maybe. Let's put the bricks here. But so far we've got 2, 4, 6 prints. 6 could be enough. So we've got 2 prints and we've got 4 planes. So that's a pretty good mix. And we've only got a 12-inch distance. Rightio. So, obviously when we use this one, because it's got a script writing on it, we can really only use the sides for that, but we could use the top and the bottom for that. But what I might do is I might actually, oh look, I've got one here. You'll get a whole sheet in your kit, but I've got one here that I've already cut the innards out of. So let's use it. So let's use this top portion here. And maybe we'll just make all, what was the original? How wide are they? Let me have a look. They are all 1.5 inches. We ain't going to get that. Let's do our best. Let's make the widest possible strips we can.
Using a piece of paper 6.
Yeah. So from this top edge up here, we're going to cut 1 inch strip, and it's going to be green. So we're going to have a 1 inch by 12 inch of green. So we've got a green, and then let's do a side piece of mustard. I don't even know if you call it mustard. It's not a ginger. Can we get 1 1/4 inch? We can get 1 1/8 inch. That's an odd measurement. Let's just do 1 inch. Let's avoid the weird measurements tonight. A 1 inch piece of mustardy colour.
That's from paper 6 again, isn't it?
Yep. And let's turn around to the other side and do a 1 inch from the other side, because remembering we're doing the sides for the mustard because it's got writing on it.
Yeah, like 2 1
And my name's Lisa and I'm pedantic about things. Keep an eye on the online store tomorrow. Yeah, we're gonna have 2 mustard and 2 green.
Okay.
Because tomorrow I'm going to be adding. I'm just going to straighten this up. Yeah. Let's cut the barcode off. This should have been done while it was a whole piece. Let's just say, yeah, exactly. What was I thinking? I am going to, in all my free time, yep, we all know that's a funny joke. Now that I'm going to work tomorrow, to try and do what I've been trying to do for the last 3 days.
We will have a successful day tomorrow.
Yes, I will. I won't be at work that long because this new printer is going to save my bacon.
Sew itself up.
So then we've got a 1 inch strip of green. And then I reckon we've got our worth out of that. And then let's get the piece that is this one. And let's, before we do anything, let's cut. Yes. Let's just cut the barcode off. Oh, no, we don't have to.
You don't have to.
Let's do this. Don't cut the barcode off. Let's come back this way and see how wide we can get it so that we can do other widths. Let's do 1.5 inches of this side.
New Minto papers. I thought we had the new Minto.
No, we won't be adding those because they're not released yet. They don't get released until Monday.
So
The video doesn't go up until Monday.
1.5 from the blue side of that pattern paper.
From the green side. Well, actually, I'm just going to cut it all from the green side. I'm just going to go around now and cut a 1 inch, which... yeah, this way. That's crooked over there. Just pipping the crooked bit. Yeah, no, it's not Minto. Because the new Minto doesn't get, this is product that's already on its way to us. Minto doesn't get released till Monday the 4th. I saw today. And I don't know if it's going to be available in Australia on the 4th. Do you, Quentin?
I have no idea. I will have to contact.
So because this doesn't fit in this way, and this is the way I want it to be because I want the wood lines across, just going to cut this down. Just going to trim the barcode off. So it's going to be slightly bigger than 12 inches.
Okay, so back with the blue and green stuff we just cut, there was one that was 1.5, and what size were the rest?
1.
1, so, and 3 by 1s.
Yeah. So let's cut 2 of this wood, a 2-inch piece. And a 1.5-inch piece. And you know what? I think we've got too much. Just so you know. I know we've got too much, I think. Let's have a look. Now let's lay it out how we might like to have it. I like that. Oh, we need more. That's too short.
Can we have a hint of what it is? No.
You have to wait till tomorrow. I have to wait till tomorrow. You'll like it.
Evening, Deborah. Didn't see you sneak in there.
Okay, we need more pattern. More steam. So this piece now is, let's make it 9.5. So I'm going to do a 1/2 inch piece of the timber. So all I'm doing is making sure it's like 8.5 inches, and then I'm coming across to 8 inches. So I'm going to do a 1/2 inch piece of timber. Or floral. And then I'm just going to come across. I'm going to do a 1/2 inch and a 1 inch of paper 1. That's how I'm going to get a little bit more difference in it. I've made sure that my writing is the right way up.
Got to add a piece of pattern paper 1.
Got a 1, 5, and a 6. I think this is too wide. How does that look? Could we put it with the gaps between? No. No, no, no. Getting caught on my daggy messy mat.
Your daggy messy mat. I think there's a hint there, folks. For me to buy
No.
a messy mat.
No, I don't need one. What do we think? I think I like that.
Sandy said, looks good. Geez, you're quick off the mark, Sandy.
I like it. So I don't waste like tape. I'm going to cut them so they're about the right length. Just so that when I tape them,
Debbie said, I like it too in capitals.
I think it looks good. I was just doing some fussy cutting. I watched a bit of cheese slices on
What is it with a cheese document?
SBS Food. I think it's interesting, like traditional people following the traditional methods. And then I was watching United Kingdom.
God knows where.
They were in Portugal this week. And in Italy. Watching a little bit of United Kingdom. I love that movie. It is such a beautiful movie, United Kingdom.
Botswana.
Yep. Such a beautiful movie. Rightio. So let's start. So we're going to do this one here. And we're going to cover the edge. Now, then what we're going to do is work out where we are with our centre line. Do we go there? So we're just over our centre line.
That's a tough life, Joanne. Joanne's watching us at the airport waiting for her flight to Darwin.
Oh, wow. Lucky you. So parents will name me John as usual. Her glass this morning was fabulous. Just wanted you both to know. She's pretty awesome, isn't she, Diane? She's a good girl. Our big boy's not well. Our big brother's not particularly well. He's got a bit of a cold. He's feeling sorry for
He was
himself.
not really with the world today, was he?
No, he wasn't. And he had to go to Woolies and forage for food, and he wasn't impressed, and he was just feeling a little, and he must have been unwell because he forgot to ring back to talk to Grandma.
Can't even remember what the milestone was that they achieved.
He went out last night for a work dinner, and they were celebrating a milestone, and he can't even remember what the milestone is. So he would have been wearing a mask at Woolies too. He's very responsible like that. So I'm coming in from this end, and it's probably really silly to come in from one end. I should have started in the center and worked out from the center.
I was going to say, what would you normally do? Start the center.
Start in the center. So this is here, and we're already a little twisted at the center. And it's because some of these border strips are not perfectly straight. So let's put that one there. And that one there. And that one. The fridge is shut.
Yes, I know it's shut.
No, it has this thing about making sure the fridge is definitely shut.
And
So these are all sort of lined up, right? And let's work out how wide this end piece needs to be. But then what we're going to do is we're actually going to, so it needs to be 1 inch, right? We're going to cut a piece from this that's slightly wider than 1 inch. And by doing that, what we're going to do is mean that one of these in here needs to kind of sit on top of the others, and that'll straighten up our bit of a warpy woohooness. So this one needed to be 1 inch wide, right? So I'm just going to make it
apparently our
1 inch and 1/8.
subtitle said learning to be as sick as a man.
Learning to be sick as a man. Right. I didn't know I was learning anything.
Can you just leave your locker top there for a second? Just lift your handle up. Lift the handle up. If you've got your locker chopper and you lift your handle up and it doesn't stay up at that point, you do need to adjust the spring underneath.
You need to do a video that we can always share. Quentin's going to have to do a video that we have set in a certain place. Why are you eating? Why am I teaching and you're eating?
It's a mandarin. It's healthy.
Yeah. He sat down to have cake before and he said, "Oh, you're going to have some cake?" I said, "No, I'm not having cake, and neither are you." Dearie me.
Just it.
You know why he's eating mandarin? So he doesn't have to have his mouth played in. Tell me I'm lying.
I was actually a little bit peckish, so I thought I'd have
This one's a bit skinny for my tape. Oh, no, I'll get it on there.
Chloe's into the Milo milk lately.
No, it's no Milo in our house because it's not gluten-free, Chloe.
Yeah,
And they just eat it like it's going out of fashion.
that's what you do with Milo.
And I'm going to tell you that every teenage boy is going to tell you that's meant to be gluten-free. It's going to tell you that Milo is gluten-free, and it is not gluten-free.
Full of sugar, yes.
Quentin can't eat Milo.
What flavour is that cake that we've got? It's
Raspberry truffle. Raspberry raffaello.
Raspberry raffia.
or something. So what we're doing is we're going in from the other end. That's a bit straighter, I think. Maybe. Maybe not. And then this piece, it's not too bad. Rightio. So that's our piece we've made.
Cake says Diane.
So now let's trim it up. Look at that. How easy is that? Oh, a bit short. I got a bit stuck to it.
Elizabeth wants cake and hot chocolate.
Yeah. Trust the Redshaws. I'm just going to have mandarin after class.
Well, we're going to get some Milo out of the can.
Oh, dearie me.
Can't blame me for that one.
Dearie me. Okay, so we worked out we needed 2 1-inch strips and we needed 2 3-inch strips. Now, here's where the issue comes in. So when we go to stick it on, we might cut 3 inches, but one might be slightly higher than the other. Do you know what I mean? Like we might end up with one that's slightly longer than the other. So we probably need to give ourselves a tiny bit of leeway. But what we will do is we will just cut them. So we need 1 3-inch. Two 3-inch, and then how wide is this? It's not quite 3 inches now. So we're going to bring this back and we're going to do 1 inch. So I'm back measuring. Where's the 3-inch mark? I'm actually going to make it an even measurement so then I can back measure from it to make my 2 1-inch strips. One. Right, I'm right.
Would you call that your patchwork papers?
Yeah, my patchworky strip. And then let's just make this one 1 inch.
So just so I got this right, you got 2 3 inches and 2 1-inch strips in there.
Yeah. There we go. So I did have this bit left, but it's not quite 1 inch wide. So we gave ourselves 1 inch leeway and we ended up with not quite 1 inch left. So let's just get rid of all this. Stop. Right. Now, we've got scripty writing on this. Let's put tape on the back of these guys. try not to stretch your tape. Like when you put your tape on, try not to have it like that it's got a bubble in it and then you stretch it and stretch the card. You just want it to be nice and relaxed. And yeah, I know we could be cutting the middle out behind things and all that, but we're not going to because that's not what we're doing with this page. We're trying to find a better way to make a patchwork. So let's, oh, the bird's a good gauge. Look at that. And do these match up? Not perfectly, but pretty close. And then we've got a bit of bird there. Oh, that's a bit of weirdness there, isn't it? Writing's the right way up. Oh, wait. So, yeah, that's a bit of weirdness.
Is weirdness a word?
Yeah. So to stick this on, what we're going to do is get these two. So this is our top edge, and we're going to match our top edge up, and we're going to stick these together. Let's pull the tape back just a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to match the top edge perfectly. And then we'll just stick this. Actually, I think they're exactly the same width. But if you're finding they're not the same width, this is how to get it that it looks nice and, you know, yeah. This is how to make it look obnoxiously simple to get it looking perfect.
When did you get all that gesso?
2020 or 2019. So now what we're going to do is line up the bottom of the shortest one, which is this one, and the center line. So we're lining up this center line with our center of our page and the bottom of the shortest one. We're only sticking in the middle here. And then we're just going to remove the tape. Yep, this is a little bit of a heavy page, but this is why we alleviate the weight in our other pages. Then when we flip it over, well, it's pretty good. But if you found that, then you could go, okay, I can just trim that tiny bit off there if I want to. Actually not going to because I know I can't. I'm not that good. Definitely not that good. Okay, let's turn it over. And remembering to keep our patterns in the same place. So let's put this one over here. And look, we've got our skinny floral here. Are we the same width? We're out by about the same amount. So let's peel this back. And this is too wide. And then we're going to stick our two bits together. So this is our inner edge here. So that's the edge we're going to match. So by matching the inner edge, at least, like even if the outer edge, like the bottom edge, is just the slightest bit out, and it's too small an amount to bother cutting the page for, so I'm making the shorter one match the outer edge of the page. So you don't end up with, so we're not ending up with a, and we're matching the center, with a little line of white showing at the top. We're actually going to have this one sort of protrude like a millionth of a millimeter. So when we peel this off, because it's only an inch wide, we need to come along and just feed it onto the page nicely so we don't end up with it twisting. It's only an inch wide, and we've kind of mucked with it quite a lot by adding stuff to it. And keep that nice and straight. There we go. Look at that. And it looks like we sat there and we went, Snip, stick, snip, stick. Some of these little lines are a bit unfortunate, but they add to the, you know, the kismet, the, you know, the spontaneity of the piece.
There's nowhere open in the Brizzy airport. We'll go in to buy a cup of tea so she can watch.
It's only $7.53. Nowhere. You can't even go to what's the donut place?
Oh, yeah.
That's terrible.
Uber eats it.
I'm going to say the kids were rather disappointed. So the older two, when we flew to Sydney for, well, we went for my work and Quentin's work. We combined 2 business trips. And we somehow accidentally ended up on an international flight from Brisbane to Sydney. Had to be at the airport at 3:30 in the morning to catch a 7 o'clock flight because, you know, we had to check in at this ridiculous time. We had to do the whole customs thing at both ends. And
Krispy Kreme's is closed.
there was nothing at all open for the kids to get something to eat. For us to get something. But they were lovely on the plane. They had their own hostie. A lovely man, and he looked after them.
We learnt, but always look to see where the airplane's taking off.
Yeah, always look to see. Well, we kind of worked it out the day before. Rightio. So I'm looking at my page. My next step would be allocating these patchworky bits. Obviously, I'm going to put journaling on these. And I need to copy these because I really don't know if Rosie's got copies of them. And I probably need to really make sure she's definitely got these ones of Leon. So, and their dog. I think this is either me or Yoland. It actually looks like me. It looks more like me than it does of Yoland. But yeah, that's Yoli. But yeah, so need to do these portions in here next. We don't need these NAF strips now because, you know, oh, I need that because I haven't even photographed this layout. I need to photograph it and probably do need to do a blog post about why I resurrected the layout. Okay, I really do want to try and salvage these glass domes, but I don't know if that's an achievable proposition. I think that's going to involve metho.
Do we have glass domes here?
No, probably not. Okay, so these squares. So they are
3 inches.
They're 3 3/4, but the gap in here is really. The photos are 3.5, and these are 3 3/4. Do I like the gap in the middle? Not particularly. Well, no, it's not a bad gap because it's the same there and there. Okay, so these are 3 3/4 squares. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So 3 3/4 inch squares. And then I'm going to have journaling, and it's going to be on 3 inch squares. And then I've got my photos, and I've got 6 photos. And the actual photo portion is just over 3 inches. It's like 3 1/4. But I can make these photos any size I choose, really. Can't I? So there's a lot of background in them. But I like that there's background here because this is the farm. I think that's my dad's here. This is the farm at Thangul, the dairy farm my dad grew up on.
Were you only a baby in all those photos?
I think I'm the baby, maybe. But they're a lot older than me. A bit older than me. Not that much older, but...
It's because say most of the photos of us...
But that actually looks like me. But that's Leon. That's Yoli. I think these are Rosie. That's Leon. That's Yoli. I'll have to check. I've got journaling somewhere. So let's decide what we're going to do. Our photos, how we're going to do our photos. I think if we matted the photos on the green, so we should have just used a whole piece of this. Let's cut the innards out of this. My video is just glitching out. I'm cutting the middle out of this because I've already used the outside. So I'm trying to make it as true to a kit as possible.
There you go, beautiful frames.
I should have just used the piece in the first place. So it's not very straight, is it? So if I use that to mat the photos, the 6 photos, it's not quite big enough, but it'll be right. Might need to get 2 of that, Quentin.
Yeah.
We put 2 of that in the kit. It's not big enough.
We can put 2 of that in the kit.
That's 3 1/4. 9 3/4. 3 1/2 is 9 10 1/2. Okay. So let's make 6 pieces that are 3 1/2 inches by 3 1/2 inches.
You're not doing 3 3/4 like the other ones.
No, this is for the photos. So 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. I'm going to make 6 of those, and they're going to be the mats for the photos. 3 1/2, 3 1/2. I don't have to make it exactly the same.
You might get any papers you want. Papers.
So then I'm going to make, so then my photo mats, 3 1/2 by 3 1/2 inches. And then I'm going to make 4 pieces for my journaling that are going to be 3-inch squares. These are going to be my mats for my journaling because I'm going to sit my journaling on some busy print. I'm going to sit my journaling on something busy. So I really need to make sure that it's got a little bit of a, a little bit of a difference. 4 of these, and they're 3-inch by 3-inch. And then can I give you another measurement, or you need me to give you some time? I'll give you some time. I'm just going to give him a little bit of time to catch up. I've got to learn to slow down for Quentin to type because he doesn't type the way I type. And I actually don't type fast enough for the way I think either.
I've got cutting instead of cutting, but anyway.
Okay.
Oh,
So then from the white, are you ready?
yeah.
From the white, I'm going to cut 4 pieces that are 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And that's for my journaling. And then that gives us a little tiny border because I think what we might do is we might make our journaling blocks out of, like we might sit our journaling on this. And that's as busy can be, or on the wood. Let's have a look. So We don't have enough of this left. Are you still typing that?
Yeah.
So then from paper 1, we're going to cut 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, and we need 12 of those. Oh, that's an odd bit.
So you're counting 12, 3 3/4 by 3 3/4.
Yeah.
You're going to end them all out of something different or all from the same piece?
We need another piece. 12. 1.
Okay. Paper 1.
We're going to see how many we can get. But we're going to try and see how many let's just do 6. Just going to put one up here. Let's have a look at how many of these we need. Well, these are a different colour. They're in the middle of the page. Let's have a look at our page. Let's just bring some of this stuff out of the way. Keep the green bit separate because we've got 2 different sizes of green. Rightio, let's get rid of this for a moment. Let's put that up there. So these were our photo mats. And then these ones were, oh, I've cut too many. Okay, that's a nice mix of colour. Journaling. 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 Where's our... We're just gonna shuffle the mix. Shuffle the mix.
Yeah, Dee's definitely doing this page. Pics of my cousins and my siblings.
No. I want to work out where I'm going to put my title.
So you're going to use the scripty title or open fill title?
I think I'm going to use the scripty title. I got this window from paper 2. Sorry, it's a little bit paper heavy, but it is a double page. I don't know. I don't think I like it.
See any piece of paper too?
No, maybe not. Looks a bit odd with the window, unless we fill the window with like a picture. No. Or do we just put the window? No. Someone think of the window. Does it look naff? See, I originally had the cousins up there and it just looked dodge. I think we need to see, the photos will go on these. Just gonna sit them on here. I really think that's actually just me. I might cut some fake photos in a minute to stick on here. But it is nice to have the photos. I just can't use the originals until
Trish said she liked the windows.
The window's not bad, is it?
Lorraine said you have scenery pics.
These were photos by Clem Messina's Photo Pharmacy. They were printed at Clem Messina's Pharmacy at Billawheeler. Back in the day.
We want to be out in Bill on the cold weather. Jenny loves the window. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to sleeping into it. Dee suggested vellum. When we were talking about what to fill in the window with.
Oh yeah, I could put vellum. What if we put?
Brian B says it's going to look different to what she originally thought.
So what if we do this? What if we put all this doo-dah hoo-ha stuff here, there, and have the window going off the page and cousins there, and over here.
Put on the right.
No, what's that?
Tanya was saying how good the cousins looked on the right. But it might be better
Oh, here's the cousins thing. And then, where was the vellum?
There's some pretty vellums. One for flowers.
No, let's keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
What about that? Just that. Just, and then maybe put a couple of flowers here. And then maybe I've got this word super. Cousins are pretty super.
Where'd you get the super from? Oh,
From the
out of the
happiness.
Kafka. Sandra loves the floral.
I think it's just happiness, I just need the word angel. Laugh.
Yeah. Definitely looks a lot nicer on, even though it's very busy. It's a lot more kinder to look at because it's not such a stark difference in colours.
It's not so blue. Like, this is lovely and all, but it's just a little busy for me. Just for me. What do we think? Are we thinking that's take out a journaling spot?
We definitely have to put the photos on the photograph.
Yeah. See, I don't want to cut the edges off the photos. Okay, I like it. Let's... Right, where are we at?
So I'm adding a piece of pattern paper too for the window.
Yep. And we've got a butterfly flare button and some words. So let's make some fake photos for the moment, because now you've all seen this with the actual photos, but I do need to scan them. The new printers, so the printer it's replacing has a nice scanner. Like, don't get me wrong, has a very nice scanner. So they were 3 1/4 inch photos, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
But you know, if every part in the thing, which we've replaced half the parts in the dang printer, I've even replaced the waste bin, like the waste ink and toner storage device in the bottom of it. Like, we've really gone to town on trying to get this thing to have a longer life. Apparently we've got a much longer life out of it than what we should have. I think the new one, I think I'm going to have a good go with the scanner on it to scan my photos.
Not having a butterfly flare from it.
It's the green butterfly from Cottage Garden. So then let's have a look. I love this photo. Yeah, and when they're on there, they'll have nice little mats like that. But they're the photos. And it'll be like that. And I'll cut a little out, but I won't cut any of the farm. I'll make sure I get as much farm and everything in them as possible. Like, I'll make sure I get as much detail as I can. Because, you know, to me, these details of you can pick which house it's at, and, you know, the sideboard. And the crystal. My grandmother always had flowers in her house. But yeah. Okay. So they are 3 1/4 inch by 3 1/4 inch photos. Sorry. What's that? What's going on? Oh, I was meant to drag out my ATCs. Oh, bugger. I'm so sorry.
I might have to do that Monday before you.
I feel a bit inferior when it comes to ATCs. I really think Donna is our legendary ATC lady. She is an ATC legend. Worldwide is our Donna.
Actually, on her Facebook, she probably have some posts of ATCs. She does a lot of
She has put ATCs in the Creative Family group. I might have to go back through and find them.
Alright, I'm just going to promise up our kit so far. We've got 3 hours.
I used to make ATCs and do ATC swaps, but just not very confident with them.
Can we just
run through the papers? Just
Yep, 3 alpine white.
Yep, 1 by paper 5 or 2 paper 5?
1 paper 5, 2 paper 6.
And 2 paper 1.
Yep.
And
Paper 2.
1 paper 2, the A5 craft worksheets, and the green butterfly, and a cousin's scripty title.
And the half sheet of vellum.
Right.
The vellum sampler sheet.
Yep.
You will find that in another cottage garden kit if you need to know. Oh no, you won't see.
So I'm just typing in the blurbs up.
What do you know? So the next step in the whole process is to work out our gaps, like where we're going to put things and how much gap we're going to have. Like, I think that looks like a nice gap there. So then this needs to be centered. Let's move our photos out of the way.
Cottage Garden Sampler Vellum.
Yeah, vellum set. So this needs to have, so I think we have this nice little gap like that, there and there, and then mimic it down here, but make sure that this one's centered. So the thing is to make sure this one, this single one, is centered.
Oh, Sandy said we did that Cool Waters retreats.
What?
ATC.
ATCs. We used to do, yes, we used to do ATC swaps at retreats.
Adult training, not adult, artist training cards.
Artist trading cards.
Leslie, 2.5 by 3.5?
2.5 by 3.5.
Yeah.
We used to swap them at Cool Waters at retreats.
Dan was asking too. Sorry, ladies, I was busy trying to.
So I'm just going to move my photos. Just going to roll the tape off my photos very carefully. I don't want it to damage the other photo, and I'm not putting them face to face. I like how the patchwork border has turned out. I like that it's calmer. So, okay, calmer. So, yes, we've got a lot on them. But we've got plain as well as patterned. It's not just pattern, 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 pattern. We've got some tone on tone pattern in the blue and the green and the mustard. They're not the busiest things on the planet. Yep, this is super busy, this floral print, but it's only in a few places on each page. There's only 5 parts of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on each page. That's enough sometimes. So let's cut the middle out of these photo mats. So when I stick all this on, I'm going to make sure that the grain of the denim, this green denim, goes the same way on everything. Now, I didn't make sure on my... Oh, no, it does go the same way on my pieces there. So it needs to go this way. I need to turn it to go up and down. So it's the same on all the pieces on the page. So if it all goes across, it all goes across. If it all goes up and down, it all goes up and down. Okay. So then for our journaling, let's cut the middle out of our green mat for our journaling blocks. Waste not, want not. I love this green. I'm not a big green fan either.
Oh, badges were. Deborah said we used to make lots of things for swaps. Badges were big at Paperific and SDU.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, SDU. Now, where did SDU go?
Left, right, out.
Yeah, wow. Some brands as well, you know, like some of the brands from back in the day. We are trying to work out how to manufacture some products that we used to have back in the day so that we can have them again. Like, it's just a little awful that we don't have all these great products. So let's stick this on here and then cut the middle out. There is so much weight in these borders that we really truly need to make sure that we alleviate as much weight as possible on this page. It's got a lot of weight in the borders.
Stamping change courses, Deborah.
Yeah, I know.
Elizabeth is asking SDU, what is that?
Stampers Down Under, wasn't it? Or was it Stamping Down Under?
Stamping Down Under, says Liz. That's
Yep.
Trish.
Yep, Stamping Down Under. Such a shame. And then we used to have that Recollection of Stamping magazine. Oh, love that. There were so many things we used to have. Let's put our photos in a safe place because they're precious. Rightio. So the next thing to do is to get our squares constructed and then get them on the page. So let's start by putting some tape on the back of these two because they're nice and easy. Let's get rid of the scissors. Let's got that one. Making sure our birdies are the right way up. Now, on the original, I've got the journaling blocks on foam. Yeah. I think I'm going to put the journaling flat. Oh, I've ripped the photos off that. I'm just going to lay the photos on it to photograph it, I think. If I get around to photographing it. So let's put the journaling flat. So for the construction of my journaling blocks, I'm just going to stick this here. And then I'm going to stick that on there. Now it's not stuck properly, right? Because I need to be able to pull it apart to journal it. Oh no, that didn't stick very well. Let's just stick here and here. I just sort of want to get it together, but I don't want it to be stuckity-stuck. I want to be able to pull it apart to journal on it and then recut those little squares like 50 times because I don't like my handwriting. And then let's just put a little piece in the middle to stick that on. Let's build this little guy. Just not use as much this time. So I do want to be able to come along and add my journaling. I've actually got some nice photos of my older kids, my older children, with my brother's boys. My older three children, or our older three children. I shouldn't say my because people might then think they're just mine. I'm not taking full credit. I'm not taking full responsibility either. Sorry. Yeah, you'll only want Yeah, you'll only want your daughter or your daughters. You got to take some responsibility for them boys. They're a little bit too much like you, mate. They're a lot like me too. My boys are like me. The girls are like me as well.
The sample of vellum, was it half a sheet or was it?
It's a half sheet.
Okay.
It's just a half sheet of the vellum that you can get a full sheet of.
Oh. I am all over this.
Now I need to make sure that I get this. Have I got it facing the right way?
Put a discount in and I've done it for $18.95. It should have been $19.95.
I haven't really made sure I've got my denim going the right way, have I? So then let's put our fakey photos on their mats.
Do you think the handwriting's declined? Your kids will love reading your handwriting.
I know my children love my handwriting. I really appreciate my dad's handwriting and my mum's. My mum,
hard to read. She does.
My mum's a scrapbooker, and I have like dozens and dozens of albums my mum has made. So they're all stored in our shed here, stored properly, and in our storeroom. We've got lots of albums made by my mum. So it's not really a drum with her, but I've only got a few samples of my dad's handwriting, and they are precious. So then we've got that one. And then Amelia Ann was told she wasn't staying up late tonight, and she somehow swindled it. Like,
I'll put the lotto ticket on the desk here. I'll have to check that. It could be millionaires.
I don't think so.
Just put a post up on the webpage back on Monday. Just pick which Monday.
It's not going to happen, people. So don't forget, next Friday, the in-store, we close at 12 o'clock, and we'll be closed on Saturday. Please don't take it that we don't want you to order online, because we still have to pay bills. So, yes, please continue to order online. It doesn't mean don't order online. I know a lot of stores, when they close, go, oh, don't do online orders because we won't be sending them. They will all online orders will get sent on the Monday morning. As per usual, there will be no delays in sending out your orders. Just we're going to pick Naomi John up in Brisbane and move her home. And we're praying for no rain next weekend. Sorry to all the farmers out there.
What, no rain along the Bruce Highway?
No rain on the Bruce Highway next weekend. Thank you.
Yeah.
We just need it to be nice and dry next weekend. Okay. So, we've got that far. Let's put our laugh word here. Let's get rid of that.
Are you right, Marianne?
So now let's start by putting, so we know we want that sort of a border. So it's going to be a matter of eyeballing this border. And then we're going to put the same border here. I picked up a bit of glitter from, sequin glitter from last night. And then we've got the same border there and there. And then this little guy here, let me get our ruler. Sitting at a search party for my ruler and my mess. And we're going to find the center of our page. What's the matter?
I got millions of butterflies.
Look at all your butterflies. Show everyone. Do not drop them on my page, please. She's been fussy cutting while watching a movie. What movie did you watch?
Ice Age. And it's the one where the pirates come.
Oh, okay. You're not going to show them in the individual butterflies, are they? Are you?
Just as a handful.
She has, so this is from the Scrap and Me butterfly sheet. She has fussy cut all of these butterflies. Oh, I dropped one.
Yeah.
On the floor. So all of these, look how beautiful she is with her fussy cutting.
You got two.
Look how neat of a fussy cutter Amelia Ann is. So that's from the butterfly sheet from Scrap and Me. Is that the whole sheet?
Yeah.
No,
No, not the whole sheet.
Oh, there's more on it than that.
Yeah.
You're going to have fun sticking that in your belly book, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Off you go. Give me a kiss.
Oh.
Mwah. Love you. Okay, we're going to find halfway here.
I've done half of a paper piece.
This is the halfway point here. Make sure our birds are the right way up. And then we're going to get our border how we want it and then just center it on the ruler. There we go. Then what we're going to do is in the squares left behind, let's center our photos. And these, just going to stick them down. I don't have much sticking them. So let's center that in the square left behind. And center this one. Oh, looked up. Probably should have centered in the middle of there and then. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to move these. We need to center these in the middle of there and the middle of there. There, that's better. The middle of that block and that block. There, that's better. Laugh goes back up there. Oh, move that across. Rightio. Oh, this one moved. I did fiddle with this one a little bit. Okay, so we've got our little border on the bottom and the side. And then this one is the same.
She is very good with her hand-eye coordination.
Now let's turn it around. So never be afraid to turn your page upside down or your card or whatever project you're painting or whatever it is. Never be afraid to turn it around, to flip it over and get closer to the action. Rightio. And then we're going to center this one, the middle of that and the middle of that. So it's the middle of this one and the middle of this one. I don't think I'm doing a particularly good job of the centering thing, but you know, it is what it is. I think it looks better. So centering it in the white square didn't work because we had this edge here. And then let's turn it back around. I like how this looks. Look at this. Maybe I'm just a better scrapbooker now than what I was 2 years ago.
Right. Give Mummy a quick kiss and then you're going to bed, miss. Right.
Give me a kiss, bye. You gonna say bye to everybody?
Yeah.
Her eye is looking so good, everyone. It's really improved. The blood clot has really dissipated in the last 3 days. Give me a look. Give me a look at it. No, look. Yeah, that's good.
Good night, hello, goodbye.
Okay, kiss. Love you. See you in the morning. Everyone's going to say night-night now.
Night-night.
No.
So let's stick our, remembering my mat here is a Kiki K family calendar from 2020. Let's get some glue and move the page so that we don't apply the glue onto the page.
James finished. What? Do the rest of your calendar tomorrow. Come on. Go down to bed.
It was Sheepy's birthday yesterday.
What was it?
How do you know it was Sheepy's birthday yesterday?
She just makes these things up. As you do when you're 7.
Sheepy's birthday is on the first day.
Well, lucky Sheepy, born in winter.
She remembers lots of things. I'm going to stick that there. Just using the frame here to cover the edge of the timber square. Might need this. I'm trying out these squares, these foam squares. So then I'm going to put, so this is like a 2-inch pink flower from paper 2. So all the flowers I'm using are either from paper 2 or from the vellum fussy cut sheet. Right. And let's put a bit of glue on this big, this is the big red flower from the, that's easy to cut from the vellum fussy cut sheet. And let's tuck it under here. And then let's tuck, it's very red, isn't it? So far, let's tuck this mustard one. It's a largish, easy to cut mustard flower from the vellum fussy cut sheet. Let's tuck it under there. And then let's put this little rosebuddy looking thing.
You know, one of the cats carried Amelia's lava slipper up the ladder onto the loft bed and left it in a bed.
Really?
Talented cats we have.
I don't believe you.
Neither do I.
Put that rosebud there. That's off paper 2. And then this is off the vellum sheet as well. So let's put some glue. So I hide the glue on the vellum behind the other things. Okay, so I put some glue on the vellum and then tuck them in behind. The process for printing our vellum fussy cuts, like these sort of things, you really don't see the glue. There is a method in our madness, but I was going to put some string or gauze on here, but I just don't think it needs it. So our cousin's word, thinking might be right in white, but I think I might paint it with pearl paint. Let's leave that for the moment. I had a word over here. I had the word happiness. I've lost it. Bugger, bugger, bugger. You get that? Just checking the floor. No.
Come and have a look here.
My little friend might have knocked it down. Oh, no, here it is over here. It's over here. I'm going to cut out my laugh word for up in the top right.
I'm sorry.
It was a bit crooked with my first cut, eh? Laugh. A little bit of cardigan on that.
Won't it look so different? Styles change in a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, I do try and not. Oh, I kind of suppose I probably do have a style. You could probably pick most of my stuff. But I try and jump around because I teach. I don't see a point in just teaching you the same thing over and over again. I try and be flexible in what I create. I try and create different styles. Like we've done a little bit of freestyle. We did that starburst page that was in the freestyle style. I'm going to leave my super and angel until I put my photos on, and then I'm going to make sure it goes with my photo of Leon. Because he's an angel. Now. Yeah, I try and make sure that I do jump around a bit, and you get to do different styles. If you do my classes and follow my classes, that you don't just do, you know, we don't just stick flowers on a page, or we don't just, well, sometimes I smush on every background, but I don't smush every background, you know, that we don't just use white as a background, or we don't just, you know, use one particular type of product all the time. I try and really jump around and make sure that if you're doing all of my classes, you are actually learning a good selection of different things. A variety. Variety is the spice of life. Isn't that what they say? You're a variety pack, Redshaw. I love this
here. All sorts.
We are all sorts, aren't we? We're all sorts of weird. Our text message group that we have, our family text message feed, is called the Weird Squad. So, I'm not saying we're completely weird, but yeah. We're a little away from normal. Let's put this. So this is like that fan out yellow flower, and then I've just ripped a leaf off something, off a bunch of leaves. And then let's put this one here like this. And then these two solid paper flowers then create a base that we can tuck our other flowers in behind. And I've got no red flowers left. That's a bit silly, isn't it? Let's have a look what colours I've got left. I need to bring some of the red from down there. I use so much red. Oh, I've got a red flower. Let's put a red flower here. I'm going to bring some red up here. We need a bit more yellow down here. Probably need a little bit of blue here. Got this little weird blue flower heart on its side.
We got all sorts of awesome last day. There you go. Good saying, Dave.
Where's our laugh word? I need tweezers to put that down. Deary me. No way I'm going to have the control to do that. How's that? No, I don't like it. So let's put this trio of vellum leaves. So these are 3 vellum leaves. Let's put them under there. And then let's rip that one off. Those 2 there. Sit that one there. And then that's my stomach growling. And then let's put this like tulipy looking thing under here. Like that. Yeah, like that. Let's come back down here. We've got a leaf here we've got to use now. Don't gotta, but we will. We need a bit more mustard, don't we? And maybe a couple more leaves. Then put our happiness word. I need to channel my inner Charlotte and come up with more words. Yep, Charlotte's Web.
I know. I was just.
I need more words.
You just need someone to find your scraps of paper with them on.
Yep. I need more words.
It might be hard to find a newspaper nowadays.
I think I like it. Oh dear. I lost the flower behind a photo. A fake photo. There you go. Okay. Let's glue that there. Or let's just put on a bit of foam. And then cousins. I think it needs to be painted with the pearl paint, which we should have done like an hour ago. So let's shove this up a bit. Get our cousin's word. And let's just quickly grab the pearl paint out of here. Paintbrush is gone. Oh, there it is. So this pearly paint, and I also use a bit this one, the pearl white acrylic. Just means that it won't be white. So this is more of a blue white. The linen is a bit of a blue white, but that's really good because that means it's perfect for colouring. That makes it so much more receptive to colour than if it was a cream white or an off-white. So it does make it better for colouring, but with the Alpine white being an off-white, I feel that I need to just give this a bit of a, just a little bit of a tone down. And you can see already that the pearl, like the pearlescence, gives it that off-whitiness. That's not proper terminology. Oh, I can't put it there because Missy gets there. I just don't want her eating the watercolours because she would. She's just that kind of cat.
Yeah,
A piece of carrot fell on the floor, she'd eat it.
Yes. Piece of anything carrot, yeah. Yeah, She has to make sure that she gets the names from the family. At the moment, none of the family are interested, so
Oh no, you need to have the names, yeah. What I'll do is I will actually take a photo of them, I'll take a photo of them and I'm gonna message them to my cousin. I'm pretty sure that I have I'm pretty sure the album these were originally in. They're not in the original album anymore. They're in a slide-in album that I have put them in. The original album, my mum had sort of written names next to everybody, like next to them. So mum had these really nice old world slide-in albums that they weren't the magnetic sheet ones. She had them for us kids, but pre us kids, like these photos, she had these slide-in ones, and they used to have a little space next to each photo pocket where you could write something. So yeah, I do have that, but I will take a picture and send it to my cousin and go, do you guys need these photos? But I don't think so, because the photos of my dad that I was meant to get when my grandmother passed, these cousins, their mum had them. So it is what it is.
that's it.
It is what it is. And if I share these photos with them, hopefully someone will share with me photos of my dad when he was little. Now it's on a bit of an angle up, but I like that. I like that it's sort of on a little bit of an angle. My cousin's word. Let's make sure nothing falls off. And I've got a drop lot of water there.
Dee's got some of those albums from my mum.
Yeah. They were really good. But then the ones that, and you know what? When we came along, my parents would have bought the magnetic sticky albums, because that was the best possible thing you could get. Like my mum was into memory keeping. I was really and my grandmother used to make postcard scrapbooks with my cousins.
Sandra's mum had a shoebox with no information.
My mum also had a shoebox of slides. And we did a family slide night once, and our box of slides didn't come back.
Didn't it?
Some of them did, but not all of them. I salvaged some, but someone kept some of our slides.
Oh dear.
How's that? What do we all think of that?
That's pretty
I've made a big mess again. Oh, look. All my
Okay,
photos
so-
fell off.
I'll make the kit live. I'll just
Yeah.
get there.
So you got 3 pieces of Alpine White.
Hang on 2 seconds. I was just checking emails, looking for that email we were talking about earlier. We've got a cousin's title.
Yep.
Cottage Garden A5 words.
Yep.
2 sheets of paper 1.
Yep.
3 of Alpine White.
Yep.
1 of paper 2.
Yep.
1 green flare button.
Green butterfly.
Green butterfly flare button.
Yep.
2 of paper 6 and 1 of paper 5.
Yep.
And that's it.
And you've got it all using the inventory correctly?
Yes.
Rightio. So there we go.
Yeah, and also there's a Cottage Garden sampler vellum in there as well.
There's a vellum as well. Yep. And how much is the kit?
$18.95.
$18.95. There we go.
And I'm about to make it live.
So this was the dodgy original. It's really dodgy now. Right? And I'm so glad. Oh, see, I had there, and there. Oh, here's what it is. And this is what I have now. I like it. I really like it. There we go. Hello, Kelly. Oh, Kelly's over on YouTube as well. The colours do look nice together, yes. And a little pop of blue So you got your little bit of blue in a couple of places. So the little bit of blue here has a purpose. But yeah. You could add more, but does it need more? I don't know. I used to use a lot of flowers on my pages. And sometimes I still do, but I like flat flowers at the moment.
So that's the link there, people that'll come up with the Scrapbook Fantasies logo because there's no photo.
Thank you, Robin. So, thank you, Lorraine and Sandy and Chloe, and thank you, Marie and Tanya and Tash, Mary and Beryl. Oh, I'm trying to go back and die. Thank you, everybody. So, the blue is rather harsh, but this is so calm and refreshing. It is, isn't it? Yes.
It's still very busy, but it's easy to look at.
Yeah, it's easy to look at. It's calm. It's got calm places for the eye to rest on it. There is calmness with it. And yeah. And the little bit of green around the journaling makes a big difference as well. There is calmness now. And then this just brings you across the page. So if you fit your cousin's hole, Lorraine, you'll have to make a pocket page in the middle, Lorraine. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Bronnie. So if you turned up and I didn't say hello, sorry I missed your comment. If you've said, thank you, Liz. If you've said you love the page or you like the page or you don't like the page, thank you. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. We really, truly appreciate you all. Keep an eye on the online store tomorrow because I have something new coming to the online store tomorrow. It's not innovative. It's not ours, but it's new product. It's nice. Yep. Ticks a couple of boxes. Couple of good boxes.
Here very, very soon.
It's going to be here very, very soon. And I did put 2 3D pop-ups today. I was experimenting with how to get images for them. So in the end, I had to scan them. So I bypassed photographing and I did the scanning thing. So I did that yesterday. I've got some other stickers to add to the online store. I'm just trying to get good things. Yeah, just leave me be. It was a bit of work because I then had to Photoshop out the pro sticker.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't think of that, did you?
No, I've got my trusty little scanning. I've done it before.
Okay. So that is tomorrow. And then on Monday night, we have got the embellishment extravaganza where we're going to have some of those embellies that are never going to make it to the online store. Because I'm not photographing 50,000 charms. Yep, leave my stuff alone. So that will be Monday night at 7 p.m. And then I'll try and keep it to like half an hour, 40 minutes. And then Tuesday morning's card making. Now, Tuesday we're using week 1. So it's week 1 of July and it's Christmas in July. It's known for the holidays. I had better do my fussy cutting, hadn't I? I'm just a little naughty.
Chip chop.
Chip chop. He's turned up here with a camera, like with a phone to take a photo. So thank you very much for coming. What was that? Going to get up early and milk a cow for my Milo. Oh dear, Chloe. I won't be getting up early. I'll be sleeping in. We just go to the store. Yep. The store's a long way from where Chloe is. Like they only get mail twice a week. It's a long way. It's a long way. The mailman probably gets mugged when he turns up at their joint. So take care, stay safe. Love yous all. Thank you for your lovely comments. Really appreciate you all. 2 hours away to the store. Oh, okay. Appreciate you all. Take care, stay safe, and yeah, thank you for spending your time with us. We truly appreciate you all. Bye.